Suddenly, Muhammad Ali came off the ropes and he hit him a right. And you could see the sweat just pour off, just like a fountain come off Foreman's face. And you suddenly realized there was some design in this madness. You know, I then turned to Norman, I remember, and I see he must have been somewhat puzzled, but I said, "The succubus has got him," referring back to this woman with the trembling hands that I'd been told by the witch doctors were going to touch Foreman and destroy him.
Ali to let the man punch himself out. 30 seconds left in round 8. Very even fight. Ali, a sneaky right hand. Another sneaky right hand. This time he works over the shoulder of Foreman. This is a combination. 3, 4, 5, 6. Foreman gets up to the knee. 8. That's it. The fight is stopped. Muhammad Ali, a dramatic 8th-round knockout. He knocks out George Foreman. He's done it. Muhammad Ali has done it.
Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali.
Muhammad Ali, he was like a sleeping elephant. You can do whatever you want around a sleeping elephant. Whatever you want. But when he wakes up, he tramples everything.
Muhammad Ali, Boumaye, Muhammad Ali Boumaye, George Foreman.
He did it. He's champion again. We couldn't believe it.
It was such a classic performance and so beautiful that at the moment Ali hit the knockout punch, Foreman began to go. Ali followed him around, and Ali had his right cocked for one more punch, but he never threw it. He didn't want to ruin the aesthetic of this man going down with a clumsy punch on the way down.
I think one has mixed emotions when you see the end of a fight. I always feel enormous sympathy for the man that's losing it. You just can't help but to, particularly when you see really a titanic, formidable figure just suddenly on the ground.
And now when we see George on television and know that after that knockout, he went through 2 years of the deepest depression. He almost didn't come out of it. To see the man who's come out of it, to see the way in which he reconstructed his personality until it would be hard put to find anyone in American life who's more affable than George Foreman. Foreman's become a fabulous person in American life.
Just as the fight finished, the monsoons, the African rains came, and in fact they came so hard that the waters were about 3 feet deep in the dressing rooms where we'd just been more than, an hour ago. You never seen such a downpour. And we rode back through the African night from the boxing ring into Kinshasa, and there were crowds along the road standing in the rain, and it's pouring rain, and you're leaping up and down because, of course, the news had gone around that Muhammad Ali had won this fight.
He stayed up all night, from what I heard, and in the morning he spoke to African groups who come as delegations to see him, and they more than revered him. He was a god. And he spoke to them very simply that day and beautifully. And he said, Afro-Americans in America, we're not as good as you are. Some of us are richer than you are. But you have a dignity in your poverty that we don't have. We are spoiled in America. We have lost what you still have in Africa, and you must keep that. And he spoke very gently. And I thought, my Lord, on top of everything else, this man's a political leader. And he's going to be a great political leader.
I have a lot of things to do when I start fighting in the black neighborhoods. We have a lot of problems that we have to solve among ourselves. Prostitution problems, dope problems, gang fight problems, knowledge of self. The black people don't have no knowledge of themselves. We have been made just like white people mentally. And white people have made us so much like them until it's hard to teach them anything about themselves. It's hard to teach them to unite and marry and be with their own because they're now like white people. Black people are now like white people. But they're so brainwashed. So we have to re-brainwash them now and teach them more about themselves and their own history, their own names, their own language, to respect and protect their own women, do something for themselves, and quit always begging and white people for things they should do for themselves.
I never heard Ali say that he was never going to fight again. If he had said it, and usually he told the truth, I wouldn't have believed it. He was born to fight, born for the ring, and loved it. He truly loved fighting. And as happens with people who love a thing too much, it destroys them. I think it was Oscar Wilde that said, you destroy the thing that you love, it's the other way around. What you love destroys you.
He came back. He had 22 fights. Some of them were most honorable. Some of them were very difficult. Some of them were comedies and farces. He hurt himself in those 22 fights after the fight in Africa.
There's a tendency to look at Muhammad and say, you know, he's wounded, he's ill. There are no intellectual deficits. It's a motor skills problem. And he doesn't try to hide his condition. He goes out and lets the whole world see it. He doesn't feel sorry for himself, and there's really no reason for anybody else to feel sorry for him. He loves being Muhammad Ali. He truly believes that he's doing God's work, and he's as happy with each day as anybody I know.
Today's young generation, they don't know anything. Something happened last year, they know nothing about it. So this is great, great, great stories, great historic events. And I'm not talking about 1850 stuff. They know who Malcolm X is, they know who JFK is, you know, Muhammad Ali, Jackie Robinson, you can go down the line, and it's scary. We're missing a whole lot if they don't know about the legacy of Muhammad Ali, because no matter what era you live in, you see very few true heroes.
Back up, sucker. Back up. Come get me, sucker. I'm dancing. I'm dancing. Follow me, son. No, I'm not there. I'm here. What? Sucker, you ain't got nothing.
In every heart, there is a drum that beats steady and strong. It does not know defeat. I feel it proud and know the sound of true belief. In every soul, there is a memory of standing tall, the proudest we could be. I cannot fall, for I recall we were born in majesty. And when the long night has been fought and won, we'll stand in the sun, and we will raise our hands, and we will touch the sky. Together we will dance in robes of gold, and we will lead the world remembering when we were kings, when we were kings. Now is the time, here is the mountain top, when one man climbs, the rest are lifted up, we'll never stay, we're closer, yeah, to a higher